Big thank you to Rampow for sponsoring this video. I'm Andrew Edwards, and you're watching Gear Live. I asked you guys for questions about macOS Big Sur as the public beta nears, things that you felt Apple didn't go into a lot of detail about during its WWDC 2020 keynote, and I'm back with some answers. Here's a look at 5 things Apple didn't tell you about macOS Big Sur at WWDC, starting with the fact that Macs can run iPhone and iPad apps. Now, Apple did announce that in macOS 11 Big Sur, new Macs will be able to run iPhone and iPad apps, but I wanted to clear up some of the confusion that I saw in the comments. This will only apply to new Macs that are specifically running Apple Silicon. Any current or new Mac that is powered by an Intel processor will not have the ability to natively run iOS apps. They will, however, be able to run iPad apps that developers update using a technology called Mac Catalyst. For example, the new Messages and Maps apps in Big Sur are actually Mac Catalyst apps. Apple took the iPad versions of these apps, updated them, and now they run on the Mac, any Mac. The nice thing is that when a developer updates their iPad app with Mac Catalyst, it automatically adopts the new Big Sur design language as well. If you buy a new Mac that's powered by Apple Silicon, then you'll be able to run iPhone and iPad apps even if they haven't been converted into a Mac app with Catalyst. It will just work out of the box, although developers do have the ability to turn off that functionality if they choose to do so. Okay, up next, let's talk about background system updates. Apple didn't really talk about the new system update feature for Big Sur, but I'm actually really excited about this one. You know how when there's a new Mac software update, you have to download it, then reboot, and then wait about 30 to 45 minutes for your Mac to be usable again while the update processes? macOS Big Sur speeds up this process by an order of magnitude. Thanks to the new signed system volume in Big Sur, incremental updates to macOS can begin in the background while you work, so it takes much less time when you actually reboot to finalize the update. This makes it much easier and way less of an annoyance to keep your Mac secure and up to date. Another new feature in Big Sur that we need to talk about is optimized battery charging. Obviously, this only applies to Apple's portable Macs, the MacBook Air and MacBook Pro. Optimized battery charging is designed to reduce the wear on your battery and improves its lifespan by reducing the time that your Mac notebook spends fully charged. This is a feature that Apple brought to the iPhone last year and is bringing to both the Mac and to AirPods this year. In fact, I did a video showing 5 new major features coming to AirPods as part of iOS 14, and I'll leave a link down below in case you missed that one. But be sure you're subscribed so you don't miss any of the future Apple hotness. Here's how optimized battery charging works. To help improve the lifespan of your battery, optimized battery charging will hold the battery at an 80% charge while your Mac is plugged in for extended periods of time. It uses your normal usage patterns along with on-device machine learning to intelligently predict when you're gonna unplug your Mac, and it will then target when to go from 80% to a fully charged 100% based on your usage patterns. Optimized battery charging is enabled by default for all new and existing Macs with a Thunderbolt 3 port. Now, speaking of charging, I wanna give a big thank you to this video's sponsor, Rampow, makers of this 61 watt USB-C power adapter with support for power delivery for fast charging all of your devices. Gallium nitride chargers are physically smaller than current chargers since they don't require as many components as silicon chargers. Less energy is lost to heat, which means more energy going into your devices. The plug folds neatly into the unit, and just to give you an idea of how much more portable this charger is, take a look at Rampow's 61 watt charger next to the 61 watt charger that Apple includes with the 13-inch MacBook Pro. It's about 1/3 of the size. Check the link in the description box to purchase your Rampow charger and use my promo code AndrewCOO at checkout to save 50%. Yes, half off. And once again, big thank you to Rampow for sponsoring this video. All right, next on the list that we've got to talk about, AirPods auto device switching in Big Sur. AirPods are the best-selling headphones in history, and with iOS 14 and Big Sur, Apple is looking to make them work even better across its entire ecosystem. With Big Sur, when you move between devices signed into iCloud, the audio automatically routes to the device you're currently using. Now this works between your Mac, iPhone, iPad, iPod Touch, and Apple Watch, as long as they're all logged into the same iCloud account. So if you're listening to music on your iPhone and then turn to your Mac and start watching a YouTube video, your AirPods will automatically move the connection to your Mac. If a phone call comes in on your iPhone, your AirPods will seamlessly transition back over. You'll get a pop-up banner on each device to let you know when audio is being rerouted. It should also be said that this feature isn't just for AirPods and AirPods Pro. It will work with all Apple and Beats headphones that have the Apple H1 chip built in. So that includes Powerbeats, Powerbeats Pro, and Beats Solo Pro as well. Last on the list, let's go over all of the supported systems that macOS Big Sur will run on. This is where I always give Apple props, as they seem to support their hardware with new software updates for several years. Big Sur will be available this fall as a free software update, and it'll run on the following Macs: MacBook 2015 and later, MacBook Air 2013 and later, MacBook Pro late 2013 and later, Mac Mini 2014 and later, iMac 2014 and later, iMac Pro 2017, and the Mac Pro 2013 and later. There you have it, guys. That was your look at some of the lesser known features that will be coming in macOS Big Sur. If there's anything you have a question about or anything I missed, drop it in the comments below and I'll meet you there for further discussion. Thanks so much for watching. I appreciate your support as always. I'm Andrew Edwards, and I will catch you in the next video.